Welcome back, coders, to another live stream. Today, we are gonna bring you some live reactions, as well as just, a nice little watch party for the developer direct coming from Xbox. Should be some pretty exciting things being shown here, so I'm quite excited for you guys to see it as well. I'm gonna go ahead and hide chat on this one for them on the Xbox side. It should be premiering in about 30 minutes on the Xbox channel, so if you want to watch it without our input, sorry about this, let me go ahead and mute my second screen here. If you want to watch it without our input, that is totally okay, and I recommend doing that on the Xbox channel directly. I think that'll be the best bet. But if you do want to join us, please. Are we back? Is it working again? Is there any reason why that was happening? It looks like we're back. Is it working again? Oh, it is working again. Okay, we're back. I'm sorry, guys. Looks like the event's working too, so we should be good all here. Nothing happened. Let's get the display going up. So here's where you're going to be able to watch it live. Hopefully we don't have any more issues there. I don't know why OBS is becoming a problem. You need to try updating it again. It's always risky though. So yeah, it doesn't matter. That's not the point. Anyway, lots of people are in their feelings about subscription services, which I don't understand why you're in your feelings about. In the meantime, let's go to YouTube and pull up Avowed's trailer. This trailer I feel like was okay. I was excited to see the game. I still think the game is going to be spectacular. However, I didn't think it showed very well, and there's a couple reasons for that. We'll go ahead and put it up and let you guys see this again. We're going to turn the volume down a hair. I feel like the intro looked more impressive than the actual game. But two things, I believe in Obsidian Entertainment. And also, I think that they didn't treat the game well. Like, a lot of these shots are things you'll never see from angles you'll never see them from. And to me, that's going to not be a great way to be indicative of how this game is going to look, which is very frustrating to me. So that being said, I still think the visuals are quite good, especially this like close-up on the character faces, and the environmental detail looks pretty high. But this shot, like these shots, are not how you're gonna see it. The first person view looks really good when they show it. I am a little bit hopeful that there's a third person view as well. I do know that first person is like a primary focus though, so I'm gonna not anticipate that. Like these super close-ups on textures that are not designed to be super close up on. I don't really understand the editing in this video, that's for sure.
You want us to trust you.
So we got the dev direct coming up in about, what is it, 25 minutes.
The way you fight.
Like some of the actual first-person combat looks good, but they even like hyper edited that instead of just showing me what it feels like to play. There's just some mistakes here that I feel like they need to do better on.
Or destroy us. So now that you have all this power, what are you gonna do with it?
The nighttime visuals are a little flat, but the game looks good still. Okay, so Avowed, that's one of them.
Play it day one with Game Pass.
This one I'm actually kind of excited for, Ara History Untold. This right here looks way better than I was expecting. I'm a big strategy fan guy, more RTS than just like hardcore strategy like Civilization. That being said, this one looks quite interesting. Visuals are great. I love the like the ranges of timelines you can go through and like the detail in the cities and stuff like that. I don't feel like a lot of games capture this level of like minutia in these worlds, in these games. It definitely looks in these early showcases quite like raw, but I think the newer shows are going to be really good here.
Waiting to be led somewhere extraordinary.
But the level of detail is fantastic. Looks like there's a lot of different people you can play and races and groups that you can play. Empires you can raise. There we go. You got George Washington. Getting out into that wilderness. Homesteads. Building Parthenons and all kinds of stuff. Looks fun. And this game actually looks like it has some interesting combat layers to it, which I'm actually intrigued by, which a lot of those games don't have a ton of. It's like simulate the war, whereas like this one has you building units and actually fighting. And then we have this whole simulation, which looks quite good to me. Like, that's really cool. But look at the level of detail. It's just really, really good looking. Excited.
To change the world, one thing is certain. History will never be the same.
So Ara History Untold is the second game that's going to be, well, I don't know what order that we're going to get them in. And then Indiana Jones after, but first we're going to look at Hellblade. Now, I was never a Hellblade guy for the longest time. I had a hard time playing the first game. And I recently went and finally completed Hellblade because of the RGL. Like playing it on handheld with headphones in was the way to do it. And oh my God, that's an audio visual experience. But even more so, it's just a really great story and a really great like experience to go through. This one right here, this latest trailer is mind-blowingly good looking and looks like an absolute step forward in the Hellblade series. I'm so excited for this game. It's gonna shake some people, man. Highly recommend, if you have not played the Hellblade series, do it. It will get to you though. It will.
I can feel them on my skin. Each death.
One of the creepier games I've ever played, and it's not a horror game.
I won't stop fighting for them
More of like a puzzle action adventure.
until the very last beat fades away.
20 minutes to go. Just like, it just looks so stunning, man. Combat looks significantly better than the first game, and it was pretty good in the first game. I'm not going to say it was great, but it was good. Very visceral, a little bit stressful. Ooh.
You want the truth?
Like, that's a shot in game. That guy right there.
Tell me to let go.
Insane.
Shadow will always hang over me. What will I become?
Like, what? Looks so good, man. And then Indiana Jones. Let's see if we can find the original one. There's the teaser, but I want to see if I can get it from like an official. We're just going to watch it here. It's a very short teaser. They've not shown anything. Oh, that's. Just going to mute that for a while until we get to the actual trailer. Sorry about the ads. This is the world that we live in. Ads everywhere, including by us. Sorry. So here it is. The Ancient Circle is what I think the name of this game is going to be. People were talking about that like that was like a big reveal, but I don't think it was. And Machine Games is making it, so we know it's going to be good. They just don't miss. Yeah, let's go. We get to see over, I think it's 12 minutes of gameplay for that and behind the scenes footage. Oh, cannot wait. Okay, we are going back to the developer direct. This is coming up in 17 minutes. What do we think we're going to see, guys? What do we think that we're going to see? I'm going to move myself off to the side, I think. Which side do I fit better? Do you think I fit over there better? Am I better over there? I think I'm better over here. Makes it look like I'm actually watching it. I think that's more fitting. What's the chat saying? Probably something negative. Oh, God. Playboy the Game remake. Okay, so that's a couple shout-outs. Last of Us Demastered for Switch. Let's get it. GTA 6. They think they're going to announce GTA 6? Guys, I hate to tell you. This is never going to happen. Not a chance in fucking hell that they're going to show anything from GTA 6 here. Now, what do we think the 5th game is going to be? Because there have been rumors that there's a 5th game. A 5th game coming on this stream. That they're expecting to reveal some sort of 5th game. I don't know if it's like something we've seen before or whether or not it's something that is already been revealed and they're just going to show more. My guess is if you're going to do that, it has to be new, something we haven't seen before. So a couple of the guesses were people believe that one of the projects at oh God, why am I blanking on their name? Double Fine, that had been in one of their like developer testing phases was Kiln. There's gameplay out there for that game. It's essentially like a mini multiplayer game that's built around the idea that you build these like supernatural pots that fight each other. And that seemed really cool, but also like very small. So there's a chance that Double Fine's been working on that secretly and is ready to show that / release that. The only way that happens is if it launches today. That's not a big enough experience, is my guess, for us to get that as like a full-fledged game that like has a whole marketing lineup or anything like that. But it is creative and interesting, and everything Double Fine does is fantastic. So if that's the thing, awesome. What are a couple of the other ones that people were talking about? Gears of War Collection has been long rumored. Again, feels like one where we get a very short release date from it, or like a shadow drop. I am very skeptical on the idea of a shadow drop in back-to-back years. It feels too like it would set up the expectation for every year to have a shadow drop. And I just don't think that's sustainable. I don't think that's a thing that you can consistently do. It's already hard enough to keep games quiet. There's leakers everywhere. So many people talking about Xbox going third party, whatever the hell that means. Like, they've been publishing games on other platforms for years. Like, this isn't new. Now they own one of the biggest publishers, third party publishers in the entire world, in Activision Blizzard. Like, those guys are going to continue to develop games for PlayStation and Nintendo. And they're talking about potentially expanding that. I don't think that's a big deal. I think that's a very normal thing. Hi-Fi Rush might go multi-platform. Good. More people should play that game. The fact is like that game deserves all the players it can possibly get. I'm very excited though. What I will say is I think this is the beginning of something kind of crazy that we should see from Xbox. Let me see if I can get Xbox projects. I wonder if there's any good lists out there, because I was going through it and I was it was kind of insane. I don't think this is going to be like a good list. That was my problem. Okay, 343 Industries working on the next Halo, guaranteed. They're still updating Halo Infinite, which I think might be the multiplayer player platform going forward for a while. I have no idea what Alpha Dogs Games is working on. Let's see. Yeah, Halo Infinite will probably make another one very soon. Bethesda, they're working on Indiana Jones, along with what's it called? And this is Alpha Dogs Games. I'm sorry. We don't know. This is an iOS developer, so whatever they're making, it's going to be on mobile. Arcane, they just made Redfall. They're probably still working on Redfall. We're not going to see anything from them for a long time. That's Arcane, the US version. And then we have, obviously, Bethesda Game Studios is making Skyrim, or Elder Scrolls 6, I'm sorry. They just finished Starfield, plus there should be DLC coming. Bethesda Softworks. They do, like, I'm pretty sure they do the Elder Scrolls Online, which we have another direct right after this for that. South of Midnight is by Compulsion Games. They did We Happy Few and Contrast, both really quirky and interesting games. I expect a lot from South of Midnight. I think that We Happy Few, they kind of nailed, they nailed something at the end of the development of that game, and it was really great. Double Fine, we talked about this, could be Kiln, could be, next Psychonauts, could be anything. Like, the great thing about Double Fine is I don't have any sort of specific expectations. It's probably just going to be really exciting. id Software, for sure, is making the next Doom, so whatever that is. Plus, they've been helping out as like a support studio on a number of games. Helped out on Starfield. I've heard that they've been helping out on the Indiana Jones game. In Exile, has Clockwork Revolution. The theory is that might come out in 2024. It could come out in 2025. It doesn't really matter. It's already stacked lineup this year. Hopefully it comes out sooner than later. I'm very excited about that game. That looked amazing from its first showing, but it only got shown off once last year at the main showcase. Machine Games is working on Indiana Jones. Like I said, that's their primary development. So that's huge. So we have Indiana Jones coming out. The belief is that's coming out this year. This already came out. Minecraft Legends. So whatever they're doing, Mojang is probably going to make another spin-off game, something like Minecraft Dungeons. I really liked Legends. Dungeons I didn't like as much, but it was also much more popular. Ninja Theory is actually working on 2 games right now. Hellblade 2, Senuas Saga, which is coming out this year, probably early in the year. And Project Mara, which we've only been shown a little bit, but it's going for like photoreal environments in like a horror style game, but it's like a mental fuck with your head kind of horror style game. Obsidian Entertainment, Avowed, and The Outer Worlds 2 are both in development. So Avowed should come out this year. I'm guessing The Outer Worlds 2 is in 2 years from now. I don't think it's coming out any sooner than that. They also have smaller sub-studios or subgroups inside this studio. They're really, really versatile. They remind me a lot of like Insomniac in terms of volume output that they're trying to do. We'll see how they actually pull it off. So far, so good. Pentiment is a fantastic game that is very, very niche and not for everyone. And Grounded is one of the best survival games I've ever played. I stand by that. And it just got one of its biggest updates. It has a Forge mode now. So if you're on the fence about that, just check it out. Playground Games. They just did Forza Horizon 4 and 5, which probably the best racing game I've ever played. And they're working on Fable. And I have to say, I expect Fable either end of the year this year or beginning of the year next year. Fable is going to be a sooner than later release. And people are talking about Forza Horizon 6 being ready. I do not believe that. I think they have 2 teams. I think the vast majority of those 2 teams are working on Fable right now. Rare. This is an interesting one because they have made basically nothing since they started except for Sea of Thieves. Viva Pinata on the 360, and then a long time in Sea of Thieves in 2018. They're now working on Everwild as well. I still think a decent chunk of their dev is work on Sea of Thieves. They've done amazing stuff there. I consistently, will find myself like 2-3 times a year saying, I need to play some Sea of Thieves just to get my fix in. Everwild looks really interesting, but I did hear that they had a complete rebuild of that one. So who knows how long that's going to be until they start making that again. Roundhouse Studios, I didn't even know they owned this one. I don't anticipate anything's coming from them. But if they are, it's going to be in the early stages, is what they're saying here. They just did Hi-Fi Rush. All I've got to say is, like, while I want them to do what they want to do, my dream would be a Hi-Fi Rush 2. I think they barely scratched the surface of what they could do with that series and with that IP. It was so good. It's my favorite game of last year. I think it was my game of the year. And and I hope they make a second one. Ghostwire Tokyo didn't like. Evil Within 2 is a really popular horror game. Didn't play it. Coalition. We know Gear 6 is coming. We don't know when. It has been since 2019 since we got another Gears. My guess is it's next year. I think Gear 6 gets announced at the showcase for June. I would be surprised if it doesn't. There's also rumors about a Gears of War series, or Gears of War reboot similar to the remake of 1 to be coming out. So, Perfect Dark. This is by The Initiative, Xbox's own in-house studio that they developed, that is being co-developed by Crystal Dynamics. And we haven't seen it since 2022. And it was just a pre-rendered trailer. I do think that we see something from them this year. I don't know when that game comes out. Forza Motorsport just launched. They're going to be on that for a long time. Undead Labs. They showed this when the Xbox Series X almost launched. It was like a year after. Again, pre-rendered trailer. They've been working on State of Decay 2 since 2018. I think it's time. I think that game gets announced this year and comes out next year. This is the only reason it comes out next year is because they don't need to rush it. They have enough games. Age of Empires 4 came out. I think that they're probably working on a new Age of Empires game. 2019, 2021 was when it came out. So probably have a couple years before that next one. But Age of Empires 4 is fucking amazing. So if you haven't played that, please play Age of Empires 4. Absolutely. This one is Xbox Game Studios Publishing. This is a publishing team. They're going to be publishing Contraband, which is a big one. What time is it? We have 6 minutes. Okay. ZeniMax, obviously, Elder Scrolls Online. So that's everything that they have. And we have not talked about Activision Blizzard. So then Activision Blizzard, we know that Call of Duty is coming out this year. But again, I don't want to focus too much on those guys because they're not going to be exclusive for a while. Those games are going to continue to come to every platform. So big shout out to everybody getting access to those. Diablo just announced their big their big expansion, which is awesome. So we should be seeing that coming very soon. We have 5 minutes. On top of that, Call of Duty is going to be made, I think, annually for at least 2 more years. Dylan will give you more updates on the Call of Duty stuff. He knows a lot about this. I feel like I'm still missing games too. Oh, we talked about Contraband briefly. The rumor is that also will get shown soon. The real question is, when will they release these games? And the reason why I say when is that if you have this many in production, you get to kind of pick and choose. Oh, Stalker 2. That's another one. It got a release date just yesterday or 2 days ago for September 5th, I believe. So that is coming this year. That's not a first-party game, but it's a third-party exclusive for now. I believe that'll come to PS5, by the way. I'm trying to think. Who else is in this portfolio that might be making something? Or and then there's apparently a Japanese developer that's working on an RPG that's published by Xbox. So there's another exclusive RPG coming out at some point. We have no idea who's making it. We don't know the details of that game. So probably a ways out, but we'll get it in the next couple of years. On the rumors of Xbox making another console, like the next gen console in 2 years, I think it's 1 year early. I think we're talking 3 years at least. I don't believe that we've gotten anywhere near the penultimate of this gen. Like the PS5 is not at the penultimate. They may make a PS5 Pro. I still am skeptical on the value there, on how much it's going to give them unless they can really cut costs on the development of that console. We'll find out though. It's a good question. 3 minutes to go. Can I add a poll? Or which one? What do we want to do? What do we want to do? Please stop the stream. I'm not ready. I'm gonna hide the chat now. We don't need to see that. We got 60 seconds and this should be live. Pretty excited. And then right after this, we'll watch the Elder Scrolls one. Probably did mostly decompress, but Elder Scrolls Online is a fun game. I'm not addicted to it. I hope that they make more weird games in the coming years. More hi-fi rushes, more, I don't know, just like stuff like that. That's what I want to see out of them. I want to see some old, classics remade, but I also just want to see new IP. I want to see what kind of new stuff they can come up with. Let's go. Do a quick refresh just to make sure I'm not missing it. It's supposed to be starting any second now. It's not late. It's 12:59, guys. Give me Banjo. Adam, I know you want Banjo. I think there's a decent chance you get Banjo. Not here. Not today. It's not happening today. There's no 0% chance they get Banjo today. But I think in the next couple years you'll see a Banjo. I'm expecting that. Phil's gotten coy about that a couple times. He's been like, yeah, well, we hear you, Banjo guys. I'm like, you fucking asshole. Give me Banjo. I don't think it's as popular a game as we'd like it to be in today's world. We're the old farts that still hold on to those games. But fair, we are the old farts. One more refresh. Oh, God damn it. Okay, now they're late. Give it to me, Xbox. Oh. Uh-oh. Chat's broken. What happened? Oh, here we go. Let me know if the audio's too off. Adam, besides Banjo, what other game would you like to see from Xbox? Or PlayStation, fuck it. Add PlayStation to the mix. What game do you want PlayStation to make next? Because I'm sure they've got stuff that they haven't announced. Lots of stuff, because they haven't announced much. I'm expecting them to have a really big showcase this year. I think it's going to be kind of wild. YouTube has got to refresh these countdown timers in these premieres. They're terrible. $18 plus. Sorry, I'm going to redo the... So far, Avowed with 100% of the votes. Games are such a gamble these days. I feel like there's just so many, though. I haven't found a lot of terrible games these days, though. A lot more, like, acceptably good games. Not as many, like, oh my god, instant classics. I feel like that's a lot of what we deal with, is that we're not getting as many risks taken in the industry. Hey, the editing team give them a raise. That was a nice little intro. What do we start with? Oh, they definitely have a 5th. There's no way you give us that much space. They're liars. They're gonna add a 5th. Obsidian, we get Avowed first. Hell yeah.
Welcome to Obsidian Entertainment. I'm so proud to share with you our upcoming fantasy action RPG, Avowed.
Okay.
Avowed is an adventure.
Oh, wow, that looks a lot better than anything they've showed before.
A frontier at the edge of the known world.
Guys, why didn't you show this trailer?
To a mysterious spiritual plague and discover a secret at the heart of the living lands.
Man, I told you guys.
At Obsidian,
The last trailer was so bad.
Worlds with deep themes, dynamic gameplay, and thoughtful reactivity. And Avowed is no different. We set out to blend the believable and fantastical to give players a world and experience like no other. It's colorful, it's vibrant,
Just like my love life.
It's one of the most incredible settings in the world of Aora. There's going to be a lot of great secrets to discover, one of which has a really personal connection to you as the player character, and you're going to have a great time getting to know those secrets and leaving your mark on the world.
Okay.
And when it comes to encounters, our combat brings the best of the
that's 60 FPS?
fun that comes with action-oriented gameplay.
Yeah, it looks like
and
it.
the depth and breadth of choice that you get with an RPG. Here to talk
Okay.
more about Avowed's
Okay.
combat is Gabriel Paramo, gameplay director.
Here at Obsidian, our team's overarching goal is to empower you with choice. So we developed a flexible combat system that allows you to quickly swap from spellcasting and sharpshooting to melee combat. We want to give you the freedom to mix and match your loadout to fit the way you
Yeah,
want
this
to
looks
play from moment to
significantly
moment
better than the last
and
time they
interrupted.
showed it.
For
Holy
all
shit.
battles, you can combine a variety
What
of
were they
weapons,
showing us before?
attacks, and abilities for tactical advantages against
It's
a
not like the
wide range
most
of enemy
incredible looking
types.
game I've ever seen. Like, don't
It's
get me
not
wrong,
just
but
hacking and slashing.
that last trailer
You're
made me
making real-time
concerned.
Decisions about when to use your abilities, powerful melee attacks, blocks, parries,
Okay,
and
okay.
special attacks.
Yeah, just fuck them up. Fuck them up.
If you choose to approach combat with a one-handed wand, it feels quick and snappy when dealing damage to enemies at mid-range. Using the Tanglefoot ability, you can stop
I love
enemies
that
in
we
their
got
tracks,
first-person
giving you the
wand
opportunity
action.
to focus on weaker or tougher combatants in an intentional and controlled manner. It's important to pay attention to the types of enemies you're dealing with. Some units are extremely defensive, some are brutishly difficult, and others you must make
It's
sure
very
you
different
prioritize,
combat
or
than
their
I've seen
healing
in a lot of
capabilities will put you
games.
in a tough spot. To help with the different encounters you will face, we provide customizable loadouts that can be quickly switched during combat. That means you can play however you want. Equip a sword and shield and charge into battle. Dual-wield pistols and control the encounter mid-range.
Oh, that's
Or
sick.
even dual-wield wands to feel like a
What?
gun-swinging mage. You could use your enchanted wand to freeze
Dual-wielding
enemies, and then
wand?
use your
Okay.
offhand weapon's power attack to shatter them. We've worked hard to keep you constantly engaged as battles unfold by creating a balance between pressure and manageability during combat.
Players will have ample choices for how to build and progress their envoy in the world of the living lands as they get to know the game and the story and explore the many diverse regions. Some quests in Avowed will have you make difficult decisions with profound consequences. Like this side quest you may encounter in Shatterscarp, the third region you explore
Shatterscarp.
on your journey through the living lands. As you're exploring, you come across the bodies of these fallen soldiers, and as you explore the remains of the battle, it's up to you to determine who, if anyone, is at fault.
Just the 4 of us. Manu, Kiri, Naoki, and me. Training under Captain Ruiki. Trying to keep Thirdborn safe.
In other words, you're a gang of vigilantes.
Oh, that looks like one of the companions.
Here. Take my badge. Take everyone's. Our families deserve to know we fought and died for them.
Making the right choice isn't always what it seems. We embrace moral nuance and gray areas, trusting players to make tough decisions in complicated situations.
My squad and I rested in the cave by the water last night, and as we were sleeping, we were ambushed by those miserable Zorips. I was so surprised.
Damn Zorps.
It was so dark. I just got separated from everyone else. Look, I can't face those monsters alone, but I have to know if anyone else made it out. Of course he did. Sergeant Asui never has a thought he won't say out loud. So what did he tell you? That Captain Ruiki was sick? That I was paranoid? That I was a dumb baby? I heard it all.
Mommy, sorry. Mommy, sorry.
Wait, if you found
Let's
Sergeant
go.
Asui, why is he not here with you? What happened?
Why do I
At
have...
the end of the quest,
Okay, I need
you
to turn
have
the
a
CCs
choice.
off.
When
I
you
think we're
confront Private
converting
Malcolm,
it
if you
into a
believe
different
the story
language.
He's told you, you can hand over the badges and let him go back home.
You're right.
Yeah, man, I'm
isn't
impressed.
something
It looks really
prepared,
good.
is it? It's not my fault.
The lip sync is not perfect, but it's
No,
pretty good.
They should have never have camped in the cave. I'll take the badges. I'm going back to Third Born.
But if you confront him, if you believe that he fled the site of the battle as an act of cowardice, then he might challenge you to a fight to reclaim his honor. Either way, when you return to town, you'll see the consequences of your actions and the choices you made during this quest.
Okay.
Creating an immersive experience like Avowed is anchored in the world we build. Art director Matt Hansen and the team have worked to create a unique, colorful, and dynamic visual style.
From the outset, we knew that we wanted Avowed setting to feel rich, weird,
Yeah, they
and
scraped that
wonderful.
trailer together for the last
We found
showcase.
inspiration in a
A
wide
year does
swath
not make games
of
look this
real-world
good.
cultures,
They did a
helping
bad
us
job on
create
that
a
last
unique
trailer.
RPG experience. By contrasting the vibrant with the dull, or verdant spaces with sickly ones, we can better deliver complex emotional experiences for our players. The Living Lands is a continent of untamed valleys with widely varied
One
biomes,
vote.
from
Buh.
luxuriant forests to
Thanks, Adam.
volcanic wastes. And each of those regions itself is a conflux of storied landscapes. All of the regions have a lot of special things
A lot of big
associated
words.
with them, but I have a deep place in my heart for
Conflux.
Shatterscarp. As you're wandering the wastes of Shatterscarp, you might notice off in the distance a vibrant jewel of color. By transitioning from destitute, muted tones of a wasteland of sand and marching in towards a beautiful oasis, there's the opportunity there for life, for adventure, and even a little danger.
I'm not gonna lie, that water's nice. I had to say it.
We hope you've enjoyed this look at Avowed. We're thrilled to share more about the game in the coming months, and we can't wait for you to explore
Come
the
on.
Living Lands.
Coming
when Avowed
months.
launches this fall.
This fall! Okay, let's go! Yeah, this looks cool, man. Way more convincing than that last trailer. Still want to see more. Not that it matters. I'm gonna play it either way, but... Oh, that's a sick piece of art. Let's go. It definitely looks more intimate. It doesn't look like you're going to be facing like hordes of enemies. It's going to be more individual combat. Fall 20... Come on, give me a date. Yeah, that's probably November. No. Well, we'll see. Let's see where the rest of the games fall. Okay. This has got to be soon. They do dev directs like the best of them. They've had made so many developer behind the scenes.
Hi, I'm Don Matthews, studio head here at Ninja Theory in Cambridge, UK. We're now in the final months of development on Senuas Saga Hellblade 2, and the team is working hard to bring you an unforgettable journey
June.
into Senua's unique world and
July,
adaptive
somewhere in there.
survival, where we have once again combined high fidelity and immersive presentation with a shorter, narrative-led experience that focuses on the things that we really care about, and that we hope you care about too.
First game was like 10 hours? 8 hours? Something like that? That's all I'm looking for.
Senua is back with a new quest.
Let's go,
She
Melina.
wants to stop the Vikings who raided her village right at their source, in Iceland. But not just her quest has changed. Senua herself has grown since the first Hellblade.
Hell yes, she
She's
has.
made peace with her past and is no longer in such fear of her visions and voices. While the Furies are still her constant companions, she encounters new people along the way.
Hey!
Some of which will value her unique perspective, and others who will reject it.
Little by little, this settlement became my tribe.
The visuals are fucking insane.
In the game, Senua arrives in 10th century Iceland on the trail of the Vikings who have been enslaving her people. In the story, we're trying to be as faithful to history as we can up to a point. establishing a solid framework and then building more surreal elements on top. Senua will face up to giants who have plunged the land into chaos, and which in turn has seen the rise of the Droiga, a violent threat that has swept through the settlements that she'll discover.
Nice.
Senua will make new enemies and also new allies who will come to see her unique perspective as a beacon of hope. And she'll discover, along with us, how this viewpoint can have its advantages.
I still see puzzles going on.
Senua is a Celtic warrior who experiences psychosis, seeing things that other people don't, hearing voices, and having unique beliefs about the world around her. To bring Senua's perspective of the world to life in a truthful way, we have once again worked closely with Professor Paul Fletcher at the University of Cambridge, as well as people with lived experience of psychosis.
Not surprised.
What does that mean?
That first game made me feel like I was going insane.
Players will find themselves traversing beautiful and hostile environments, seeking answers from patterns and signs that Senua sees in her own unique way, and battling through encounters with enemies that will push Senua to her limits.
On something to the next level. With a new motion capture space, a bigger stage team, a stunt crew, and a new cast.
We spent a lot of time planning the motion capture shoots, thinking of what events would be good to bring into this fight. Like, how can we make this fight feel different from the previous fight?
I like it.
We have all new combat for the sequel.
That was the one area it could improve.
The ability to actually tell a story throughout it. It does feel very different from the first game, but it's very brutal and you're very invested in it. Senua isn't a superhero. She's fighting for survival, and we want the player to feel her struggle in every step of her journey. We want the player to always feel
Oh,
like
the blood.
they
Oh,
just
gross.
straight through just survived it.
That neck blood.
Mel knows Senua better than anyone, better than I do. Her instincts are amazing, and she really doesn't need much help from me. On stage, our main focus is storytelling. So I get to watch the actors and see all the beautiful expressions on their faces, and then I have to wait a little while, and then I get to see that all again in-game, in costume, on location, everything. It's a great experience, a great process.
Every discipline in the studio is unified in achieving a deep level of immersion.
Wow, look at the
to help
visuals.
suspend
What
your
the hell?
disbelief and pull you into Senua's story. We were lucky enough to do a few reference gathering trips in Iceland. You have to be there. The sense of scale, everything is incredible. And you see a scene or you see a small section of the game and you're like, yeah, that works. That's amazing.
Man, that original trailer really was exactly what they're going to pull off.
And a part of this manifests in the voices he hears.
Oh, this guy's the best in the business.
These voices come to life through binaural audio, which provides a good
Binaural
representation
audio,
of this
baby.
type of auditory hallucinations. As we focus in immersion, binaural audio is perfect for this because through headphones, you surround yourself in a three-dimensional space. In the first game, we only applied to the voices that Senua listens in her head. In this game, through spatial audio technology and some extra little things within the game, there is music that is binaural. Every single sound has the potential to be binaural, so everything is spatialized around you, and it's a very beautiful experience.
Oh, that'll be cool. It's literally going to be one of the best audio experiences ever.
Music is a strange language in the sense that it speaks to our emotions fast and deep. It's not only about quality, it's about personality. So when you listen to Hellblade, you know it's Hellblade.
Mm-hmm.
On the music, we are working with Heilung, which for me is a personal privilege because I really admire them. We feel their craft, their depth, their meaning in the music. It really connects with our game and elevates it to
The real answer is
something
they're
really
weird as heck,
special.
and that
We are
fits.
also working with a heavy metal singer, throat singers, and our very own Furies. They sing so beautiful, and we add that binaural touch of music. So this all creates a very immersive and a very
Oh,
special
shit,
and
that's
unique
cool.
experience.
Watch them how they do that. That's pretty dope.
Our mission here at Ninja Theory is to craft life-changing art with game-changing tech. And that's our aim in Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, is to not only see where Senua goes next,
They're gonna nail
to
it.
deliver something really meaningful for our players.
My hope is that they will really connect to Senua as a character, and even if they can't really relate to what she's going through, maybe they know someone that relates to that character and they can then understand that person better.
Well, I don't want to sound cheesy, but in a way I'm Senua, right? She exists and doesn't. It exists through all of our work, through every ninja. So we all are Senua, and we are creating this character that grows and grows and grows and grows and keep growing and keep changing. So that makes it real.
I'm so proud of the love,
It's cheesy,
care,
but kinda
and passion
cool.
our team here at Ninja Theory are putting into Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. Our hope is to not only create a game that is great to play, but to craft an experience that leaves you thinking and feeling. From our combat gameplay through to our action set pieces, from our cinematic scenes to our puzzle solving, everything is crafted in service of Senua's journey. A journey that you can embark on May 21st.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Even sooner. I thought June. Let's go May. Okay. That's not that long. It's a little long, but it's not that long. I can wait. Let's go. May 21st. I've been waiting for a while for that one, so I'm excited. That's good. So far, good date lineup. Unknown. I fucking knew it. Square Enix. Oh, is it the Secret of Mana? What the hell is that? What's Square Enix doing with them? Final Fantasy 14, maybe? About to find out. About to find out. Excuse me? Excuse me?
Greetings, Xbox players.
Let's go.
My name is Masaru Oyamada.
Yeah, you are.
Producer for the Mana series here.
Ah, Mana, yeah.
聖剣伝説 Visions of Mana の情報を
Visions of Mana. This game looked cool.
皆さんにいち早くお伝
That's
えする
nice.
機会をいただけて大変光栄です。コンソールゲームとしては約17年ぶりとなる聖剣伝説シリーズの
And the first to launch on Xbox. Let's
聖剣伝
go.
説シリーズは
They need more Japanese
1999
developer
ファイナル
support.
ファンタジー外伝として誕生して以降マナと聖剣をめぐって描かれる愛をテーマに個性豊かなキャラクターたち心に響く楽曲
Oh, that artwork is amazing, by the
武
way.
器の特性を生かして戦うアクション RPG としてこれまでに17作発売され長らく愛
Just
さ
a
れてきま
couple.
した本作は30年以上の歴史あるシリーズの最新作となるためこれまで培われてきた聖剣伝説としての世界をしっかり感じられるものを目指して鋭意制作中です。フィールドでは
Oh, that's
自然や生とつながり
pretty.
を感じられる色彩豊かな聖剣伝説
Oh,
の
that art
世界を
style is
体験して
real
もらえると思います
nice. Look at the little turtle guy.
シリーズのモンスターたちも本
Look
作に
at the
登場
little
しています。
turtle guy. Okay, okay. This looks like fun combat too, actually.
今回これらのおなじみのモンスターたちを作り出し
I've
た
never played any of the
The
Secret of Mana games.
石井浩一さんとともに聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナの内容を紹介
Look how badass that dude looks. Look how badass that
I'm
dude looks.
Koichi from Grabs.
Popped up that
I'm so
duster.
happy to introduce the newest game in the Mana series to Xbox players. 初期の頃からシリーズ作品に登場しているモンスターたちは私が考案したものですが、中には小学生の頃すでにイメージができていたものもあります。今作では初めはドット絵からスタートしたモンスターたちをどのような形で最新化して聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナに落とし込むか、デザインの方向性からモデルの完成イメージまでを監修する立場でプロジェクトに参加しました。聖剣伝説ファイナルファンタジー外伝を作っていた頃から自分の頭の中ではモンスターたちは立体的に生き生きと動いて、これまで自分が携わった作品ではそれらをどうやって当時の技術で表現できるかにこだわって作ってきました。最新作では聖剣伝説のモンスターたちのただ可愛いだけではなく恐ろしさの部分もしっかりと表現できているので、バトル中は モンスターたちの表情にも注目してください。
これまで聖剣伝説シリーズには空を旅する海を渡る手助けをしてくれる頼もしい仲間たちがいましたが、今作には
Yeah,
広
Andre,
大な
that's
フィール
just
ド
you,
探
bud.
検に欠かせない新たな仲間が登場します。陸上を猛スピー
Oh,
ド
the
で
visuals are great in this
ピッ
game.
クル
It looks like a fun world to
ピックルも
explore.
石井さんが新たに考案してくださっています。
Oh, heck
新
yeah.
たな仲間を考える
Love mounts that you can run over people
本
with.
作のマスコットキャラクターになるくらい可愛い動物にしたいという漠然とした思いがありました。その上でヨークシャテリアの毛並み、見た目やアルマジルによく似た仙山港や古代エジプト神のアヌビス
It's gonna be an end of the year thing, I'm
具
guessing.
体的なイメージが浮かんできて、それぞれの特徴を取り入れながらラフデザインを書き起こしました。
I do love that they're branching out beyond just Xbox
デザイナーにもアイデアを出してもらいながら
games in the developer directs.
丸まった時のイメージなどゲームの中での見え方も考えながら調整を
Very
重ねてい
cute.
きピックルは誕生しました。
もう一つの挑戦は楽曲面です。過去さまざまなコンポーザーが携わられた楽曲の雰囲気が感じられつつも、最新作として素晴らしい新たな楽曲が生まれました。 BGM でもしっかり聖剣伝説シリーズらしさを感じてもらえると思います。過去シリーズの楽曲を手掛けたクリエイターたちが全100曲という大ボリュームの制作に挑んでくれました。
100 songs in total? Man, they better pay this guy a lot. That's a lot of songs.
今作ではインタラクティブミュージックを導入しており、冒険の没入感を高めてくれます。探索中の BGM がバトルに入った瞬間、アレンジが切り替わる様を実際に聞いてみましょう。
Oh yeah.
今作
Hit
は
him.
アクション RPG 聖剣伝説のアクション部分が強化されています。空中でのアクションがバトルの鍵となっており、武器での攻撃だけでなく魔法での攻撃も可能になっています。
That's cool.
そして本作ならではの特徴として聖剣伝説シリーズではおなじみの精霊たちがいますが、
This looks
その力を
great.
宿した武器を使うとバトルを手助けしてくれるようになります。
Oh, nice. Basically, you get like assists from elementals. Okay. Yeah, this looks great.
爽快なバトルを楽しんでいただけます。
Yeah, that looks
オリ
really
ジナルモ
cool.
ンスターやピックルにも注目してほしいのですが、聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナーは聖剣伝説らしさを感じてもらえる作品になるよう小山田君を中心にチームのみんなが頑張って作ってくれていますので、ぜひ発売日を楽しみに待っていてください。
Oh.
私自身もプレイするのを楽しみにしています。
Oh, no, okay. Damn. I thought
聖
they
剣伝説
messed
シリー
up.
ズとして初めて Xbox ユーザーの皆さんにお届けする本作聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナーは今後も様々な情報をお届けしていきますので、ぜひご期待ください。この夏この忘れられない冒険を
Summer!
Xbox ユーザーの皆さんに楽しんでい
Nice!
ただける日が今から待ちきれません。
Now, the real question is it Game Pass? No, no Game Pass. Darn, that would have been cool. That would have been sick. I'll consider it. I'll consider it. Maybe I'm going to be in the mood for a Japanese RPG in the summertime. I don't know. We still got Oxide. I'm sure they're saving Indy for the very end. But if they were just like, haha, you thought we only had 5 games, what about 6? No, they don't have 6. There's no fucking way. This one I'm actually pretty excited about. Ara History Untold is very much up my alley. It's not going to be for everybody.
Hello, and welcome to Oxide Games. We founded the studio in 2013 with our decades of personal experience building some of the most beloved strategy games of all time, like Civilization V. We came together to create something.
I'm still in shock how much better Avowed looked.
We all love.
Very excited about that.
Ara History Untold is
Yeah, this
the
looks
game we
awesome.
dreamt of making.
Ara is
Hey.
an homage to historical gamers, strategy gamers, 4X gamers, It features all the depth and gameplay fans of this genre love, where you'll explore the world,
Definitely a
expand your
4X
nation,
game, but
govern your people,
with different.
and engage with your rivals on
See,
the
I love
international
the
stage.
idea
But it
of
isn't
like
just more of the same.
actual strategy and combat
Ara,
in
we
these
wanted to
games.
challenge some of the
I
preconceived
just
notions
correct me if
about
I'm
the
wrong
genre,
if there's 4X
pushing
games that
forward
do
in
that, but
modern,
I don't remember
empowering,
that
and
in
truly
Civ
compelling and approachable way.
or in like.
For example, we
I'm trying to
have
think of
over
another
100
one.
instruments on display in the office, which are all things that we purchased in order to add to the soundtrack and expand the game and make it really good. Hi, Dan.
What's up,
That's
Dan?
We started in
Shout
his
out to
basement.
Dan. Let's go, Dan.
It's been an amazing process to see from
Shout out
concept
to Dan. Oxide
We started
Games
small,
Dan.
building a robust game engine, questioning our design assumptions, and prototyping out features, rediscovering what made us fall in love with strategy games in the first place.
The end result is Ara, the historical grand strategy game that presents a living world where you can rule how you want to rule and chart your own path to becoming the most prestigious nation on the planet.
For Ara, we knew we needed deep systems with outcomes that encourage exploration and give players the power to experiment and make meaningful strategic choices while still having agency over their playstyle.
We also wanted to explore more in different parts of history and give players from around the world the chance to see the game reflect their unique perspective and not just ours.
And finally, we knew that for players to feel the impact of their decisions, they would need to see their choices reflected in the game world itself, not just through numbers on a menu. One of the first differences you'll see when you dive into Ara is what we call the living world. It's a procedurally generated alternate Earth, bursting with life, an intuitive, authentic, and immersive space, a blank canvas for players to paint the society of their dreams.
The living world isn't just a map, it reflects the choices players make over the course of the game. They can see everything from the settling of the wilderness to cultural influence
sick.
on architecture over time to the thousands of citizens living their lives and reacting to the changes. We want
They're
players
like,
to feel
fuck
like
this
they're
shit. You
truly
did a terrible
occupying
job
the
here.
world, leading their people as they thrive and grow. Core to the vision of Ara is our philosophy of rule how you want to rule. And no feature better exemplifies this than the prestige system.
To win a game of Ara, players will compete with their rivals to build the most influential, impressive, and important nation the world has ever known. This is measured by prestige, the player's score that proves their work as a leader.
Prestige.
The prestige system gives players
I have
the
one
chance to
complaint.
decide what kind of leader
I
they
want
to be.
I want game developers to stop using the same 12 words for everything.
The choice is
Prestige. Yeah, I think Avowed looked really good, Eric. And I think that Hellblade is going to be absolutely fantastic. If you're into either of those games, great. Indiana Jones is still yet to come. And Visions of Mana was here.
When I play Ara, I like to build triumphs. Triumphs are our collection of incredible...
Stop using the same thing like gear score, prestige, XP. Like, switch it up. Just create your own names. Creativity, guys.
That constructs them.
Another aspect of Ara that I'm personally excited about is our crafting system.
Yeah, Avowed
crafting
looks
system
really
offers
good.
A unique challenge to the player that they generally won't see often in the 4X genre. Succeeding at balancing, gathering the right things, turning them into the tools.
This
that you
looks
need,
really
and
fun
finally
if you like 4X
getting to the
games.
Outcome or reward of something like an important improvement or triumph just changes the challenge that exists in Ara compared to other 4X games.
Crafting plays out in Ara at a national scale, with players honing and combining the natural resources they harvest into all manner of goods and components.
Like
Those are the
dildos.
foundation for everything.
For the
from international
whorehouses.
Trade to improving their cities and citizens' lives, and even manufacturing the weapons necessary to draft military units. The crafting system in Ara encourages thoughtful, advanced planning. It rewards players who can see the strategic outcome of all their collective decisions, and not just the individual ones.
I'm proud of the work that's gone into our simultaneous turn system.
I like
Many
this.
strategy games have players alternate taking turns and reacting to their opponent's moves. In Ara, all players' actions are resolved at the same time. This rewards players' ability to navigate uncertainty, to predict and strategically plan.
I like
for a variety
that.
of scenarios.
I really like that.
This system makes Ara just feel more real. In a typical strategy game,
They have actual dev deep dives on these systems, by the way, on their channel. So hit up Oxide Games if you want to learn more.
playing the game and stay engaged rather than having those periods of downtime where you're not doing anything.
It's not easy sifting through all of history and picking what to include. For Ara, we wanted to offer a fresh perspective, so we looked at
Pagoda.
cultures and societies throughout the millennia with the broadest lens possible.
Where this approach really shines is in our leaders. Leaders are so often seen as military personnel or prominent government figures, but leaders come in so many different forms. They're thought leaders, scientific and cultural prodigies, and many more.
Each leader in Ara has a number of special abilities determined by their personality traits, as well as a powerful and unique leader trait informed by their contributions to world history.
With a diverse global roster, we know players will find leaders that they will want to play. And even a few that may surprise them with how fun it is when those leaders are handed
It's always
the reins
fascinating
of
to see
power.
what reactions will be to directs like these. Because if you're not into the game, this is like the worst format to see a game in. But if you're into a game, it's the best format. Yeah, I agree. I think Ara looks incredible.
Players has given us that critical player feedback. In the end, we believe this makes for a deeper connection between the players and the game.
One of my favorite examples is when we first introduced the concept of dangerous wildlife to the game. It turns out, in our first iteration, it was maybe a little bit too aggressive or disruptive. We knew we should probably make a change when one of our insiders made a forum post that was just
Cougars, cougars,
cougars, I hate cougars!
Someone get these feline demons.
No one hates cougars. Stop it.
I'm happy to report, based on more recent feedback, that I think we ended up in a good place with the overall threat level of mountain lions to a player's citizenry.
I love that they like real time react to like events that are going on. That's something that a lot of 4X games don't do.
We can't wait for players to get their hands on the game later this year.
But the launch of Ara
Fall.
is only the beginning.
No,
We're going
holiday.
to maintain our insider program after the release date and continue to listen to players and support the game into the future.
They look so thrilled about that part.
Games, thank you for joining us today. We can't wait for you to play Ara and to create your own history.
Fall. Okay, so we got 2 games coming out in fall, but that's great because they don't cut. They're not the same audience. Like, so it's Avowed in fall and that in fall. So those 2 games coming up, they're going to be obviously different months, but they don't cut into each other's audience, I wouldn't guess. Okay. Let's go, Indy! Oh, they're going to kill it. They're going to kill it.
Välkommen till Uppsala, Sverige, här hos Machine Games. We are really excited to finally be able to share our work on Indiana Jones. Since the first film
Oh God, they're like it's just Indiana Jones and the Raiders, the Lost Ark.
The ultimate adventure. Even today, it's one of the most iconic franchises in pop culture. In this game, you aren't just playing as Indy, you are Indiana Jones. You will see through his eyes and experience a journey that we hope lives up to the proud legacy.
See through his eyes,
of
that's
Indiana
concerning.
Jones. When Todd Howard first told us about his vision for the game, we knew we would be a very good fit to help bring it to life.
I've wanted to make an Indiana Jones game forever. I'd had this idea for what it would be like and the story. What
It's a first-person Indiana Jones game.
What period of his life it was in. What kind of arc he was going to have. And as the years went on,
Fuck you,
I thought,
Eric.
who would be like the best studio in the world?
Get out of
to
my
make this?
comments.
And it was my friends at
You
Machine
monster!
Games. I can remember pitching Lucasfilm on the game and being, a little bit nervous because, look, it's, Indiana Jones, and their response was just overwhelmingly positive, and just that excitement has bled through the whole project, and they have just been so trusting and supportive of everything that we want to do with the game. It's been a long time. I've been a fan of this my whole life, and I couldn't be more excited to show you what the team.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Let's take
I
our
mean,
first look. At
to
the
be
new
fair, Indiana
Jones
Jones is what Uncharted is, so that's true. But I'm just a little surprised they went first person.
Dr. Jones. While you were
Oh, it looks
playing
great.
a pointless game, I was playing you. You're wondering if maybe you should have built yourself a life of meaning.
To be fair, I would have been totally fine, Adam, if it was just Uncharted, but with Indiana Jones.
And forgotten in the sense of Africa.
Oh, damn, that looks good. Machine Games, they don't miss. I promise you, no matter what it is, it's going to be good. Oh, maybe it's not. I don't know. Find out. Oh, it is first person for sure. Okay. People are gonna be very divided on this.
Just different ways to interpret the past.
Oh, it's a sound alike for sure. Not bad though.
Thousands of years of humanity's thoughts and beliefs, scattered and buried. Just waiting.
At least it's not old indie.
To be found.
You can't just run away from your...
Oh, shit!
Watch me.
Okay. Give me some whip action.
Throughout history, mankind has built sites of great spiritual significance. If you were to draw a line through these ancient sites around the globe, you get a perfectly aligned circle.
Ah, people were right. I think the title's going to be called The Ancient Circle based upon rumors. Well, people were saying The Great Circle, but I think it's going to be The Ancient Circle.
Trust me.
Yeah, this looks fun, man.
Okay, then. Let's see if you can keep up.
What do you mean if I can keep up?
Yeah, punching Nazis. I mean, to be fair, if any studio was going to do punching Nazis, Machine Games is them.
Of the fallen angels. Protector of the Chukulimani. The Great Circle.
Oh, it is the Great Circle. Okay. I'm game.
You have any idea how old that was?
Let's go. Yeah, I'm excited.
Indiana Jones is such an
I'm excited. Oh, I can't wait to see what people say. People are going to be very upset. Not for me,
Everyone here
though.
at the studio has their own indie stories and memories. Most of us grew up with his adventures and have been fans of the movies and the character for years.
They did a great job on that
He's
voice
a
sound alike.
brilliant archaeologist. He's a charismatic everyman. He's passionate and determined. And for us, he's synonymous with adventure.
Now we have the opportunity to tell a new Indiana Jones story
Okay.
for a modern
Okay.
gaming
Okay.
audience. Our game is all about putting you in Indy's shoes, letting you
I do think,
see
Adam,
and
you're
feel
right.
what
It doesn't
East
feel anything like an Uncharted game
For us
now.
in Machine
So
Games, we do
that's
that
for sure what
best
they were doing.
First person. It's the ideal perspective to bring you into the rich, exciting, and interactive world we've built. We believe that being up close and personal to the adventure is key, making each action feel like your own.
Whether it's cracking your whip,
Ooh.
solving
Oh,
puzzles
the
in
shots.
ancient temples, or seeing your knuckles go bloody in a fist fight, all of these moments are much more intense. in
Oh, I mean, the
first person.
combat looks nice.
But we still want you to have those moments. Seeing his iconic silhouette with a hat,
Okay.
whip, and so for things like cutscenes and environmental traversal, we pull the camera back for a
Okay. Okay. I like it. I like it. They combo
Indiana
it.
Jones and the Great Circle is set between Raiders of the Lost Ark and the Last Crusade.
Let's go.
When our game begins, Indiana is working at Marshall College. He wakes up in the middle of the night to the sounds of a break-in and rushes to confront the thief in the college museum. The mysterious giant of a man makes off with what seems to be a historically insignificant artifact, sparking Indiana's curiosity.
Who the hell are you?
Following the trail, Indiana heads to the Vatican, hoping to learn why this particular relic was stolen, and discovers that things aren't what they appear.
He starts pulling at the strings of a mystery, and it all unravels until he has no choice but to see it through to the end, whatever the end may be.
On next plane to Rome. Stop. Need help. Stop. Leave me in Vatican. Stop.
Machine Games is great. They're great storytellers. They're gonna kill
We always
this.
talk about how clever Indiana Jones is. That had to be one of our guiding principles when we were thinking about the type of game we were making. It wouldn't be indie.
Wow. Look at that. Look at that simulate. Oh. Is that blood or wine? Probably
Indiana
wine.
Jones experience we can make is the one that makes you think first.
It's true. It's very true.
Sure, there will be some obstacles that will be more easily overcome with the revolver or a gun taken from a disarmed guard. But I think most of the time you'll have more fun, and to be honest, a more genuine indie experience by finding more clever ways to solve a problem.
We always want to be offering more solutions, whether it's trying a different path through the environment to get around enemies, observing enemy patrols and using them to your advantage, or using the tools at your disposal, like the whip.
It's an amazing global adventure, with action propelling you through your journey.
We have these really diverse environments for you to explore. Indy's journey will take him to the forgotten temples of Sukhothai,
Nice.
the pyramids of Egypt,
Nice.
snow-peaked Himalayas.
Yes, please.
We look carefully
Uncharted
at each
1, 2, and 3 all knocked out. Love it.
and we're trying to make it as authentic and accurate as possible.
We love creating rich, vibrant worlds, and in this game, we also had the goal of making it feel like a true cinematic Indiana Jones adventure.
One of the biggest ways to do that is with the music. John Williams is the original composer for the indie films, and we're really lucky to have found Gordy Hub, a composer who's been able to capture Williams' essence with his score for The Great Circle.
Yeah. You do have to nail that.
We also take a very movie-like approach to things like cinematics. We're very physical with our production style. We use a lot of stunt actors. Things like this help us bridge the gap between making a game and making a movie.
And of course, our characters do a lot to help bring the world to life as well. Next to Indy, Gina is our other main protagonist. Where Indy is pursuing answers just for the sake of curiosity, Gina has a personal stake in getting to the bottom of the core mystery.
Let's go, Gina.
Gina is an investigative reporter who has a lot riding on this adventure. She's been tracking a lead for
I'm
some
surprised.
time,
Most of
and
the stuff
now
seems
she's
pretty
found an
positive,
ally
actually.
in this determined American professor. Their paths are intertwined, and
Yeah.
they need each other in order to get to the bottom of this mystery.
Okay, then. Let's see if you can keep up.
Fine. What do you mean if I can keep up? We always love our villains and think we might have found our favorite one yet in Emmerich Voss. He's this intensely psychological man. He's obsessed with the human mind and manipulating it.
The visuals look
He's
great.
highly intelligent and the perfect foil for Indy. They're
Yeah,
both
Eric, it looks
brilliant
great,
people
doesn't it? Like,
compelled
it's so
by
much better than when they
passions and
first showed it. It looks
driven
fantastic.
down wildly different roads.
He creeps up on you and gets under your skin like he gets under Indy's skin. It's captivating.
Dead and forgotten in the sense of Africa.
One of our mottos for Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is adventure first. But in every indie adventure, there are always
I'm
those
super
moments
excited.
where he finds himself in the action.
That's been one of those balancing acts for us, and we've ended up with this sort of hybrid experience that mixes melee combat, stealth, and
When is it coming out, though?
How you approach any given situation is up to you. You may
Yeah,
choose to
punch him in the
snoop
face.
around an enemy patrol, or maybe you'll just pick up a shovel and whack them on the back of their head.
You know that's what I'm
And
gonna
when
do.
you can't use your wits, you got Indy's most iconic tool. Just like you see in the movies, one of our goals has been to make the whip as fun and multi-purposed as possible. We want it integrated into every aspect of the game.
You can use it as a traversal tool to make your way around the environment.
Yeah, love that.
You can use it as a distraction.
Whoa.
And yes, you can absolutely use it in combat. Everything you'd expect
Love it.
in this whip. And hopefully a little bit more. Puzzles are a key feature in our game. The spirit of discovery is so important to Indiana Jones. Obviously, there are a handful of puzzles on the main path, but a lot of the puzzles are optional and are just there for the players who want to experience them. Epic traps, small secrets, and hidden puzzles that blend right in with their surroundings.
One thing I love about our game is the level of interactivity that we have. We have this world of mystery where anything could potentially hide a secret. The more you look, the more you'll discover.
This game looks amazing. I'm so excited.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Oh, we've never had an indie game
I want to thank you
this
all
faithful.
for joining us for our big reveal of Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Machine Games is known for creating these roller coaster experiences with huge set pieces, surprising twists, and immersive narratives. It's exciting for us that we have been able to stay so true to the Indiana Jones franchise and create such an authentic experience while still being able to showcase what makes us us. We are making a game for everyone, whether you are very familiar with the franchise or not. Because at the heart of Indiana Jones is an incredible adventure, and I think that's something everyone wants to be part of. I'm also very excited to announce that Indiana Jones and the Great Circle will be coming later this year.
Okay.
I cannot wait
2024.
to share more soon.
Oh, yeah. I saw you, Todd. Hopefully you guys saw that. It might have been behind me, but he went and stole the little idol in the background. Yeah, he's an indie nerd for sure. Yes, please. Yes, fucking please. Put it in my veins. 2024. So it's coming out this year. We don't know what the date is. Still kind of feel like they should have given us a date, but that's okay. I will get over it. I think that's... Is that it? How long is it? Yeah, it said 48 minutes, so I think that's the end. Oh, we got the sizzle reel. Avowed and Hellblade look incredible. Indiana Jones looks incredible. Ara is so my shit. But it's a lot of diversity, a lot of different games.
Our mission here at Ninja
Bye,
Theory
Felicia.
is
Have a
to
great one, Eric.
art
Thanks for
life
joining.
art with game-changing tech.
Core to the vision of Ara is our philosophy of rule.
I feel like a lot of stuff in the second half of the year, though. Like, we do have Hellblade coming in May, which is fantastic. I'd love to have seen something coming out sooner, but I don't think we really have anything right now.
Anchored in the world we build.
There's a lot of other games coming out, though. So it shouldn't be that big of a
You
deal.
aren't just playing as Indy, you are Indiana Jones.
My name is Masaru Oyamada. 今作はアクション RPG 聖剣伝説のアクション部分が強化されています。
That was a nice surprise. Them getting closer with Square Enix is huge because Xbox has gotten what we call shafted with all the Final Fantasy games. They really need more of that stuff. Japanese market is still trash for Xbox. Absolutely horrible for them. Cute. That's it. That's it. Okay, so then coming up right after this, we have the Elder Scrolls Online reveal, which is cool. So I need to switch, though. Yep, that's it. There we go. I thought it was pretty solid, man. I love that format, if I'm going to be honest. It recommended me to me. That's fucking weird. Okay, well, we'll hop over there. I got to say, I couldn't have been more excited for Hellblade. I already that's really great that it's an early one too. So right now for 2024, we have Hellblade first. Visions of Mana is a multi-platform game, so I'm not counting that. But second one would be I believe Avowed is going to be the second one. So that's probably going to come September is my guess. I'm going to say that right now. And then we have Ara History Untold. I think that's going to be the next one in October, November, probably November. And then either November or December, we're going to get Indiana Jones. So that's 4. And then we also have Stalker, which is coming, I think, September something. So maybe not September for the other one. So maybe October for Ara. I don't know. They might release them both at the same time. That's 5 games so far. It's a pretty good lineup. Still feel like there's something else in there that we're not aware of, but we'll find out. Summer reveal will be a big one. We do also have Elder Scrolls Online, so maybe they think that that's the carryover. Either way, it's a good diverse portfolio with a lot of different games that are coming. All of those, except for Visions of Mana, are coming to Game Pass that I can see. At least they haven't confirmed Visions of Mana is coming to Game Pass. That would have been cool. I think that I was most impressed by the glow up that Avowed got. Hellblade for sure looks the most ready. And Ara looks so my thing. That's very, very much style. So this should be coming out 7 minutes. We got 7 more minutes. Hellblade 2 is digital only $50. About 8 hours is what they're saying. That's what Andy Robinson at Andy underscore VGC on Twitter is saying. I think Indiana Jones looked spectacular, by the way. And no shock there, but I'm not going to talk about it all day. Indiana Jones, but Avowed was like the surprise for me. As people getting up in arms about digital only. I just don't care anymore. Yeah. I'm really happy how detailed we got of footage there. That's really nice. That was really nice. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, I thought that I was gonna hate the first person more. I didn't. I think it looked really good. And I'm to be fair, with studios who have done exclusively first person games for their entire existence, switching to third person could have been a big risk, but I was pretty confident in their ability to. So I'm just happy that it looks as good as it does. Flat out looks like an awesome Indiana Jones adventure. Very much my shit. I'm extremely excited. I'm trying to, everything is Indiana Jones. I'm trying to see if anybody else says anything else. So yeah, big get. I'm still impressed Square Enix showed up. That's awesome. Avowed, though, honestly, that's like the best glow up I've ever seen from one trailer to the next. I'm shocked, man. Because I thought that the last trailer was, like, visually was pretty awful. That being said, I thought that the gameplay looked quite interesting, or at least the general premise seemed quite interesting. It was enough to keep me interested, and I think now it got me. I hope that the whip allows you to... It looks like these are going to be bigger environments based upon the trailers that I'm seeing. Bigger environments that you can kind of freely traverse around. They kept talking about like different options for like getting around enemies or fighting them directly or hitting them in the back of the head, things like that. But also like the whip that you could use to climb up. I'm wondering how many different areas there are to do that. I think there's going to be a lot of opportunities there. The fact that we're all getting this 20, that's fantastic, though. It's a great lineup. Probably the last year. No, I mean, this is the first year we're going to see stuff like this consistently from Xbox. This is my expectation. If they don't, then they've failed. You don't buy that many studios. And oh, let's just think about this. We also have seen nothing from Activision. So they have just all those goddamn studios that we don't know anything about, like what they're going to do there. They said that they're going to be doing an Activision Direct later. Somebody said that indie character development or character designs looked like the 360. People do not remember what 360 games fucking looked like. Get the fuck out of here. It's fucking insane. The 360, like, okay, exaggerations aside, I get what he's saying, but it's dumb to be that exaggerated, to exaggerate that much. My favorite thing that they talked about in Avowed, though, was the dual wand action. I'm super into that. Let me see anything else. Coming to. Now they didn't announce. Okay, here's the thing. So they didn't announce other consoles for Indiana Jones. We've always assumed that that was exclusive, including court documents that have talked about it. They've only shown Game Pass, Xbox Series X, PC, Game Steam. I think these are the types of games that you're more likely to see that go third party if they do end up going third party. However, I do not believe that Indiana Jones is going to be. In fact, I don't think that rumor is real. I'm being honest. I think those kinds of rumors are meant to be put out for legal issues to kind of avoid people pushing legal battles when you have that many devs under one roof. It's the only thing I can think of. I always find good devs after these directs to follow on social media. Yeah, so I'm seeing a little bit of the like, it shouldn't have been first person, it should have been third person. Thank you, Scotty Barr. You understand. It's infuriating watching people talk about fucking 360 games when they talk about graphics. There are games that look like 360 games, but like the vast majority look so much fucking better these days. We're so spoiled with the games we get. That key art for Avowed, holy shit, man. Like that, some of the cool, that like, oh, it's so sick. Okay. May 21st, Visions of Mana Summer, Ara History Untold Fall, and then Indiana Jones is for sure holiday at this point. There were some thoughts that people were going to get that sooner. There's no chance. Oh, no fucking way. Oh, that's Troy Baker as Indiana Jones. What the fuck? Hold on. Let me just verify this real quick. Oh my God, it's fucking Troy Baker. I'm going to link this in the chat. Just, what? There's no way. That dude is a fucking chameleon. He's either lying and using AI, or that dude is one of the better goddamn voice actors in the world. Here we go. I'm gonna mute that until it gets started. What? Okay, here we go. We're getting live for the Elder Scrolls event. I'm less interested in this, I'll be honest. This is not really my vibe. As much as I try to play MMORPGs, I consistently get frustrated and burn out. I'm going to try to play Final Fantasy XIV with Adam from Adam Plays some stuff later this year when it comes to Xbox. I think that's going to be, I guess that'll be my push to finally try it. I don't know. We'll see. I'm giving it, I'm going to, nope. I'm going to step back, going into it with a very positive attitude because I want to love it. I want to. I appreciate that they're pricing it at $50 when it's only an 8-hour game. Not that it matters. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Did you just give me a countdown for another countdown? I think that was a solid B.
Hello there, travelers, and welcome to my tavern, the Lucky Griffin. My name is Quincy, and I have the honor and privilege of welcoming you tonight to this year's Elder Scrolls Online 2024 Global Reveal.
A countdown to a countdown.
Now, we do have a few moments before the actual show begins, so...
You fuckers.
You can't expect to walk into a tavern and not be fed, you know. Now, I have something hearty or a light-filling treat.
If you're not giving me actual food, don't do this, devs. Don't do this to me.
I have a few things getting started in the kitchen.
I'm starving right now. I skipped lunch for this shit. Just gonna look at Indiana Jones screenshots in the background because it's my favorite thing I've ever seen. I'm exaggerating, but I'm very excited. This motherfucker's literally gonna cook in front of me? Oh, how dare you? How dare you guys? How dare you guys? This better be in my inbox in 12 seconds. Check the taskbar. Intech, baby! Intech is the best. I'm starving, bro. Such a bullshit thing to do, my dudes. It looks great, okay? Oh. All those juices going in. Oh, yeah, add the bacon. Oh, shit. Oh, God, why? Oh, why? Oh, but... Don't make stew in front of me, you fuckers. Y'all are assholes. Starving. Why did I agree to this? 350. Well, we only have 8 minutes. There's no way you're gonna be able to finish it. Oh, thank God. You did a time lapse. We cut. Ah, fuck right off, my dude. And you're just gonna eat that in front of me? Are you gonna just eat that shit in front of me? You're not gonna just eat that in front of me. You get the fuck out of here. Oh, that was only 3 minutes of our time? 4 minutes of our time? You're not gonna give me more? Oh, great. We get some artwork. You just make me starve and then you give me artwork. Not even that good artwork. Should have gone and made food while we were waiting. Oh, you son of a... Not again! Don't cook more! God darn it! Not pie now! We were doing so good! Just little artwork things. like raspberries. This is... Never mind. Never mind. Not even upset. You ruined it. You come in my comments and defend raspberries, you're out. We're banning you. Ban. I will ban you if you like raspberries. Feeling feisty today. And starving, so that's not helping anything. Look at them just ruin things. Gross. Disgusting. Nobody wants this. What is this, a Crunchwrap Supreme, but with terrible fruits? Give me a Crunchwrap Supreme instead. You didn't close the Crunchwrap Supreme. Oh, what, now you're gonna put an egg in there? Fascinated by this, but also disgusted. It's coming, baby. Somebody said, Michael, or at Black Jesus 465 on Twitter said, disappointed we didn't get anything from State of Decay 3. Guarantee you it's coming. Guarantee you it's coming, Michael.
Well, it certainly looks like you enjoyed that food, my friends.
No, I didn't
Thank
eat
you so much
it.
for joining us today. I hope that the meals that
You're
we're able to provide
horrible.
keep you in the fight just a little bit
How
longer
dare
in the upcoming
you
adventures in Tamriel, and I look very much forward to hearing of all of your epic adventures and quests. But my time is at an end right now.
Thank
you again
God.
for joining us today. Let's see
Ruined
what
my
you have in
day.
store in the Elder Scrolls Online 2024 Global Reveal.
Why does everybody do a fake
Until next
British
time, my
accent
friends,
when
take care of
they're
yourself,
in
be
like
kind to yourself,
period
and as always,
type stuff?
Be safe out there.
Like
Enjoy the show.
even in what is the damn movie called? Napoleon. He did like zero accent, but everyone was British. But I'm like, Napoleon was French, man. I was very confused. Unless somebody from the history books knows. Back to the artwork. God, I just can't stop looking at Indiana Jones stuff. Avowed looks fantastic too, by the way. Just looks absolutely fantastic. Isn't Avowed in Unreal Engine 5? I don't think they fully take advantage of it, but I'm pretty sure Avowed is being developed in Unreal Engine 5. Let's see if we can find out. Yeah, okay, it's Unreal Engine 5. So I think that we must have seen early pre-alpha footage in that previous trailer. So here we go. They're not using like nanite and shit like that though, but it just, I think they've adopted some of the lighting and global illumination from Unreal Engine 5. The reason I say that is because like the lighting from the previous showcase to this is next level different. So let me see something real quick. Hold on. Does Xbox have all these up? Okay, so the Indiana Jones trailer's up. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh, they don't have all these videos up yet. The only thing they have up is the official gameplay reveal trailer for Indiana Jones. So they have it in like okay. 30 another fucking countdown timer. This is the biggest troll. This is the biggest troll direct I've ever been a part of. Holy crap. I swear to God, if this is another timer, I'm out. Okay.
Welcome everyone to the 2024 Elder Scrolls Online Global Reveal. Today, we'll share all of the details of our 2024 plans, including ESO's new chapter. But
Oh, that's
first,
right. They still
I'd like to
all
take a moment
Microsoft
to
Flight
talk
Simulator
about
is coming
what
out this
ESO
year
means
too,
to all of us.
2024,
Here at
which is
ZeniMax
a completely
Online
new
and to
release.
all of you. We built ESO as a virtual
That's
world
kinda wild.
centered around Elder Scrolls lore, where you can go anywhere, play in any style you want with endless customization, and have the freedom to roleplay as anyone you want. And also to be a safe harbor from the often unpredictable and complex outside world. Just take a step back to the game's early days and see how much we've accomplished. From taking on Moloch Ball with the help of Cadwell and Darian Gautier, fighting other players to claim territory in Cyrodiil and the Ruby Throne and our amazing PvP system, slaying dragons in the sandy canyons of Elsewhere with Chimera and Abner Tharn, fencing a fortune and
The world is
stolen
really
goods at your
cool.
friendly neighborhood outlaw refuge, and so much more. We take you through all of the lands of Tamriel, filled with memorable characters who return again and again to provide companionship, humor, and drama. Our stories are among the best in the genre, and our content also includes game systems like Companions,
I don't think it needed to,
Antiquities,
but that's fine.
Tales of Tribute, Dungeons, PvP, the list goes on and on. With ESO, you can pick and choose what fits your virtual life in Tamriel. And later this year, we'll hit an amazing and important milestone, 10 years in Tamriel. Our history, of course, goes back even farther to ZOS's founding in 2007, and many ESO developers have been with us for 15 years or more. I can't speak of the studio's history without acknowledging the profound impact that Robert Altman had on my life and that of everyone at ZOS. As CEO of ZeniMax Media, who passed away in 2021, Robert was a true champion of the game, and he was a friend and mentor to all of us. He is very much missed, but ZOS is stronger because of the foundation he helped build during our formative years. ESO's grown over the years to be 24
Yeah, Avowed looks so much better, man. Oh my goodness. I think that they put the Lumen lighting engine in there.
French, and German.
I don't think they're using nanite, but I think, well, they might be, but not at high, super high mesh
And ESO developers
things.
now stretch from
Textures
west
look good.
coast of the USA through Austin, Texas, to our headquarters in Maryland, and eastward to Budapest, Hungary, where we recently opened ZeniMax Online Hungary. ESO is truly a global phenomenon. Everyone at ZOS considers the ESO community part of the family. It's not just a hashtag. That feeling of caring and connection begins in our studio, and I'm very proud to be part of it. Remember that ESO launched in April 2014, but that was just on PC. It launched on Xbox and PlayStation in June 2015. So, we're celebrating our 10-year anniversary over 15 months in 2024 and 2025. Expect community events around the globe. We announced the first of these already. It's in the Netherlands this coming spring. Thank you to everyone who signed up already. We'll have another large community event in 2025 in the Baltimore, Washington area of the USA to mark the 10th anniversary of ESO's console launch, and a few more events sprinkled between them. We will post information on all of our anniversary celebration plans on social media and ElderScrollsOnline.com. The team has prepared special 10-year anniversary rewards for many of our in-game events happening in 2024 and 2025.
You know what's cool about the Indiana Jones? Okay, this is an interesting thought. The Indiana Jones game is rife for VR adaptation down the line because of being a first person. That's pretty interesting.
And now it's time to look
I don't know if they
forward
will.
to
In fact,
2024's new
I
content.
kind of expect they won't. But
ESO's newest
it would be
chapter
cool to see if they can get
everything
like
that makes
some
ESO special.
some
exploring a region of Tamriel well known to Elder Scrolls fans, telling an amazing
some
story
mods
that
for it
goes
even.
deep into the lore of the region, and adding a new gameplay with a system called scribing, which allows players to customize some of their abilities. The chapter is called Gold Road, and it takes place on the borders of Cyrodiil.
The
Gold
key art is
Coast,
always so
and
good in
beyond.
these games.
So let's start the show and see all the details.
Jesus, how long is this show
Global
gonna be?
Premiere of the 2024 ESO Gold Road trailer. Enjoy, and see you in Tamriel.
Was that countdown to like remove all of the not real fans of Elder Scrolls Online? Because it almost worked, but you couldn't get me. I'm too fucking stubborn. Oh yeah, yeah. Roar, baby, roar. Oh shit. Man, they go all out on these cutscenes, don't they? Very Diablo. Indie's in 60 FPS too. That was a really good choice to get Troy Baker to be Indiana Jones. He did a perfect impression. It doesn't sound at all unlike Indiana Jones. Sounds perfect. That was impressive.
What's up, everyone? You just saw the world premiere trailer for our upcoming chapter, The Elder Scrolls Online Gold Road. I'm Gina Bruno, ESO Senior Community Manager, and today I'm joined by The Elder Scrolls Online's own creative director, Rich Lambert.
Hey everyone, I'm thrilled to be back again for this year's ESO Global Reveal, and boy do we have a lot of exciting things to share with you all. The team has been working super hard on 2024's new adventures and features, and it's going to be another amazing year for The Elder Scrolls Online.
Well, the truth is, the team's been working super hard for the past 16 years. And Rich, you and I have actually been here from the very beginning in 2007.
It's wild looking back for sure. I remember the days of being able to fit the entire team into a minivan and all go out to lunch together.
Yeah, I'm almost positive that's what they did for Avowed. It looks so goddamn good.
10 years of being live, with 40 plus major content updates and a community that literally spans the globe. It's amazing how much we've done, and it certainly doesn't feel like 16 years have passed already.
And now that we're looking ahead to what's coming in 2024, why don't you start us off with an overview about this year's adventure and story?
Last year, we saw players explore the Telvanni Peninsula and Apocrypha zones, and delved into a story surrounding the Prince of Knowledge, Hermaeus Mora, and master the magics of the Arcanist class. This year, we're inviting players to venture into a Colovian region known as the Westweald. And this region spans the western borders of Cyrodiil to the north and the eastern tip of Valenwood. And many Elder Scrolls players will probably recognize this location from Test 4 Oblivion. In our time, a dense jungle has suddenly appeared overnight along the Valenwood border, and the whole region is suffering from a rise in attacks from a mysterious new kind of Daedra.
So the new zone will be familiar for those of you who played Oblivion, but there's something big going on behind the scenes that's causing all this chaos.
We're doing something we've never done before in ESO, and we're introducing a whole new Daedric Prince.
That is a really big deal.
It is, and we are really excited about it.
I don't know what that means.
Gold Road's storyline focuses on the return of a forgotten prince named Athelia. And it was great to be able to work with BGS to bring our vision for this new power to life, and we think folks are going to love what we created. In last year's Necrom chapter, we dropped a major cliffhanger. Mysterious forces discovered the existence of this forgotten Daedric prince, Athelia. In Gold Road, you'll discover that prince is now free, with dire consequences for all of Tamriel. I don't want to go into too much detail yet, because we'll be diving deeper into the story shortly, but this is really big, and we are very excited to see how our community reacts as they learn more about Athelia and her allies.
All right, so we have a new zone and a story about the return of a long-lost Daedric prince, but there's something else arriving with the Gold Road chapter that Matt touched on that our players have been asking about for a long time, and that's scribing.
Yes, and this is definitely something that
I don't know what the hell that is. This is the problem with coming into
this chapter's big
an online RPG and watching an update video. I don't know any of this stuff, and I feel bad.
On a precursor to the spellcrafting systems from previous Elder Scrolls games, with some tweaks to balance to ensure that it works with our game's combat.
So why don't you talk a little bit about how this system works? What does it actually allow players to do?
With scribing,
yeah, dude, the lighting and the detail is like significantly better in Avowed than what it used to be. I still don't think they're using like the highest level assets they could be, but it does look like there isn't pop-in anymore, and it looks like there's a new lighting system which has to be Lumen the way with the fidelity it's showing off. The bounce lighting is like incredible. Real question is, how does this look in every environment? But it looks very, very good.
It's really another way players can truly play the way they want to play.
Well, we clearly have a lot to cover throughout the show, so let's dig in. In the past, we've told stories that feature Daedric princes, emperors, and tyrants, heroes, and all sorts of legendary monsters. Since our launch in 2014,
I do feel like they were very much like deliberately showcasing combat in a more like infantile way, like a base level for Avowed, but
so let's kick
right there. I know I'm not talking about ESO Online. I'm sorry, guys, if you're watching
going to share more about the new chapter's main storyline, including the Forgotten Prince.
Hello, everyone. I'm absolutely thrilled to talk to all of you about
Ned Stark.
the adventures
That's
in the new
almost
Gold Road
Ned Stark. It's after he got the D cut off.
More chapters, as well as the Murkmire DLC, and I'm having a lot of fun adding to the Elder Scrolls universe. Every part of Tamriel is unique and has its own emergent storylines, and Gold Road is no different. The Westweald region lies just east of the Gold Coast.
Man. The lighting revamp is just insane.
It is an independent nation allied to the Imperial forces currently occupying nearby Cyrodiil, and it is under attack. Sweltering jungles replaced a third of the
Oh wow, look at the art in this. They do such good work.
The elves in the region seem friendly and as bemused by the situation as the displaced Imperials. Count wants to find out what happened and how he can keep from losing any more of his realm. Surprisingly, however, this Dawnwood jungle overgrowth isn't the most pressing concern for you and your fellow adventurers. Laramil the Wise, an ally of Hermaeus Mora, is back. She's investigating the reappearance of Athelia, the Forgotten Prince, who was introduced at the end of the Necrom chapter. Laramil reveals that scions of Athelia are searching the Westweald for her, wreaking havoc in the region. They believe that the Forgotten Prince had some connection to the aliens who once dwelt in the ancient ruins scattered.
Yeah, I love a good CES reveal because now we get back to like old school devs, man. This team is an old, well-established team that makes games the old school way. And what I mean by that, I don't mean that like as an insult or a compliment so much as like These dudes are just passionate in a different kind of way, and they're not about presentation or like making it look fancier than it is or more clean or anything like that. They really are just trying to showcase what they got. And like, look at this dude. He's the greatest. He's so happy. I can't help but be excited about it.
How can you, the adventurer, counter
It matters.
effect on the Westweald? Well, I'm not going to tell you. At least not yet. You have to play Gold Road to find out. But don't worry. In addition to the eccentric Laramil the Wise, you have some new and returning allies to help you unravel these mysteries. There's Baragon, ex-adventurer and brother to Evely Sharparrow, and Tribune Alia Idolus, a brash Colovian centurion working for Count Calantius. Outside the main story, we're bringing back the vampire Fenorian of the Raven Watch.
Oh, he looks cool.
Lead investigator Mizik Thunderboots, and a few
Mizik Thunderboots! I love him!
In your journeys. There's political intrigue rivaling the tales told in Orsinium and High Isle. Supernatural threats on the same scale as Somerset and Greymore. Assaults on
Bro, whatever they did with the visuals in Avowed, it's like blowing my fucking mind. It looks so good! They really went next level with that. We're gonna have to do a comparison of those two trailers because it's nothing like what they showed. That's crazy. This is one of those things where it's like, don't reveal games too early.
Over everything is the threat of the forgotten Danger Prince.
All right, anyways,
And
he was
for
little
minions.
Steve through his eyes.
There's something for everyone all along the Gold Road.
He's upset. People are upset about the first person. I don't care anymore.
Good luck and happy
I was a little bit
hunting in
like,
the West.
I wanted a third person like Uncharted style game. I don't even care.
Since ESO's
It looks
launch,
good.
we've
It
added
looked
a
really
ton of
good.
new areas for
I'm
players to
happy to be
explore
wrong
across
about
all corners
ideas.
of Tamriel and even the realms of Oblivion. Ed just shared some details about
Yep.
the story in Westweald. So
Okay.
now let's learn about how the team brought this space to life. To tell us more
These
about
dudes,
this world
these
you can
people
explore in the
love
latest chapter,
to give you like a
we've
name
invited
that's
ESO's
very
art
close to
director
something that
to share
y'all
more
know.
about this colorful
Westweald?
but
Come on,
chaotic
guys.
part of Tamriel.
And the best thing is it already existed in the universe well before
CJ
that, so
Graham,
I'm sure.
Art Director for the Elder Scrolls Online, and I'm pleased to be able to share with you more about the Elder Scrolls Online Gold Road's unique zone, the Westweald. For those of you already familiar with Southeast Cyrodiil, this will be the first time you can return to this bountiful part of Tamriel since the Elder Scrolls IV Oblivion way back in 2006. The new zone features 3 unique biomes, each with their own distinctive look and feel. In the southeast lies the Gold Road, a temperate environment similar to that found on the Gold Coast. It is home to the region's capital city, Skingrad, the bustling center of the zone and linchpin for the
Looks like a nice
Colonial
dude. What the
who call
fuck?
Westweald home. Towards the southwest, you can find the Dawnwood. Formerly part of the Westweald,
This looks like
area
nice zone.
is now home to the encroaching jungles of nearby Valenwood. In this part of the zone, you'll discover a dense wilderness climate inhabited by advancing wood elves from the settlement of Vashabar. In the north of the Westweald lies the Colovian Highlands, a mountainous region that is home to an imperial settlement and numerous Ayleid ruins. The Highlands' rocky soil and dry climate is ideal for the region's famous vineyards. When designing this new zone, the team wanted to capture a region undergoing a dramatic change. And generally, we try to make every zone in ESO feel unique, so much so that a player can instantly recognize what zone they're in merely by looking around. Combining these ideas led us to paint the biomes in the bright colors of seasonal change. Highlights of orange, red, and yellow punctuate the Westweald, giving the entire region an autumnal feel. Classic Colovian architecture inspired many of the zone's structures. However, the Colovian Imperials of the Westweald are wealthy and cosmopolitan, so the art team imbued some high-end motifs and designs throughout.
Their art team and design team is some of the best in the business.
Skingrad you travel. As you explore the zone's rolling hills, rocky crags, bustling vineyards, you'll encounter many Ayleid ruins of various sizes and
It is
shapes,
starting to
and
show
have
its
an
age though
opportunity
visually.
to delve deeper into this
Still looks
part
like
of Tamriel's
Skyrim at the
ancient
best.
history. We got to have a little fun here.
Skyrim with a couple
Consider
mods,
these
maybe.
Ayleid ruins less spoiled than other similar locations you may already have visited. As a result, there are structures and architectural pieces of Ayleid culture you've never seen before.
Okay.
Speaking of things
I gotta say, I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. I thought I'd be more interested in this. I'm not ready to jump back into the Elder Scrolls Online. This is not not like a shot at them. Just if I'm gonna play Final Fantasy 14, I can't get sucked into anything like this. So
as you might imagine.
Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed today's stream. It was a lot of fun, just kind of taking a look at all the stuff coming. I am beyond excited for this year in the games that are coming to Game Pass. Like, that right there is gonna have me stacked and busy as fuck. And there's probably more in the bank that we don't know about. I still think South of Midnight might sneak in this year. It really kind of depends on how well everything comes out. So hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell for notifications if you don't want to miss any other content that is coming your way. Thanks again, and as always,